Yeah. Yay, we're live.
All right. Yay. Hello, everyone. Happy Fuck Fear Friday from Rosemary. Oh, this way. I always forget how to do this on here. We could be like your mom last night. And Shauna here. We are here to deliver episode number 4 of Fuck Fear Friday. And today is all about overcoming the fear of success. And honestly, this came up between the three of us. It's been something that as we've been growing over the past couple of months, there's been times where we've been scared shitless, and we're like, we know we are not the only ones that feel this way, especially if there's women out there that feel like they're on a solo journey, whether that's, building your leadership, your empire, your business, yourself. It can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm on this island all by myself. So this is the reason why we created Fuck Fear Friday. Tune in with us if you've been feeling this overwhelming anxiety around like, I know I'm meant for something really freaking big and it scares the shit out of me. Yeah. We're spiritual and we swear. So if you take us as we are, we welcome you guys with open arms. So we actually have 7 tips today, Rosemary and I put together. And we're really thrilled to bring our perspective on this, but more so we want to hear what you guys have to say too. When we start to talk about our different 7 different things here when it comes to overcoming the fear of success, chime in and let us know how this is working in your life. And when you do write below, your comments will pop up on our page here on our live cast. So you will see them. So be prepared. Dun, dun, dun.
I was prepared. Sorry, everybody. I always feel like in the beginning of these, I'm like looking down, but it's because I'm sharing the video in all of our places. So
yes. So yeah, we're super stoked. And really the first thing Rosemary and I want to talk to you guys about today is really think of your ideas in just this beautiful way, right? Because I think every day, especially as women, we receive a ton of ideas. And what we should start to think about, and Rosemary and I both experienced this, as well as Sarah, is that when we get an initial idea, how often do we start to say to ourselves, oh, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve this, or I've been down this road before and I know the end result. And so you get this beautiful idea and immediately you shut the door on it. And you don't go forward with the goals that you have set for yourself or that natural thing that comes up. And what Rosemary was just telling me that, I'm going to let you just go off on a tangent on this, but how Abraham Hicks has really opened this idea for you, or like this ability to receive these ideas in their purest form. And I thought it was just absolutely beautiful. So you should just rock that.
Yeah. So I know Shauna raves about the book Ask and It Is Given. I absolutely love it as well. If you haven't read it, you need to, because it will totally change your life. And it will really open up your eyes to what like energy really is, what the universe, like all of it, you know what I mean? And what the spirit really wants for us.
Right.
And so when you to your head, it's because your soul is telling you, your soul is being like, hey, here's an idea, because that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? Those are your desires. That's what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime. So when we have those ideas pop up, and then all of a sudden your ego creeps in and fear starts to come in, and you're like, but what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I fail? You automatically like get out of the present and into the future, which we'll talk about later on. But I think it's just changing the mindset of knowing that if you have an idea or a desire that pops up, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Like, I mean, it's meant to happen, right? It's meant to come into fruition because that's what you're here for. So don't suppress those ideas that come in. And we'll give you some tips on how you can allow yourself to not let that fear and ego like hold you back from receiving and acting on those ideas.
Absolutely. That's so true. And For those of you guys that are watching right now, whether it's live with us right now or on the replay, we love coming back and seeing your questions around this, or just like, hey, what the heck is up with this certain idea that's coming into my life? And I mean, we've been down this road before of, you know, we making our business, right? It's like, holy shit, it's scary. It's super scary, but actually doing it and saying, okay, fear, get out of the way. We are doing this together. So it's so true. So we want to hear where you ladies are at right now. What are the ideas that you're receiving that perhaps you're feeling hesitant to actually go and implement or hit that green light on? We want to be your sounding board and your support squad in what you're creating. Oh, we got Sam. I'm having so much fun. I love it. Awesome. Sam, you've been doing so much cool stuff, girl. Like,
I just got actually one of her boxes that she does with the crystals, and I'm way to get it because they're very like tailored to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost your audio for a second. Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it just lost for a second.
I just say Sam's killing it right now. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah. Yes, so awesome, Sam. So keep us posted. Like, post your link below if you want to as well, and showcase to the other spiritual gals that Rosemary and I hang out with, and so do you. So feel free to like post below.
Definitely.
So number 2 is we want to go into how to train your brain. And so we talked a little bit about this, but it's allowing for these ideas to come in and saying yes, and saying, okay, thank you. I received this. Thank you for this idea. I think a lot of people are inventors and influencers by nature. And what I mean by this is like you get these very intuitive ideas and they're meant for you, just like what Rosemary was saying. They're meant for you. And when we suppress them, a lot of the times we don't get them again. It's okay, well, someone else can have them. And
that's exactly what happens too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, exactly. That's what I was thinking is like your soul will say, okay, here's this idea. Are you going to act on it? If not, I'll give it to somebody else. Or, the energy, the universal energy, it'll just float on to somebody else. And then that's why some people feel like, well, shit, I already had that idea. And then somebody else does it. And I'm like, well, yeah, because the universe, like they picked up on it.
Right.
You lost your chance, Sorry, but that's how,
Absolutely. And, what book? It's Elizabeth Gilbert. Do you remember what it is? The book that she talks about how we receive the energy, but yet if we don't, it goes away because it's meant to be here.
Miracles, Big Magic?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep, that's such a good book. So if you guys have read Big Magic before and have your own takeaways, let us know too, because that was, I think that entire book for me, that was like the biggest takeaway of, oh shit, if I don't act on this, like it's going to go away. And I really love the feeling of being in it, right? So like we mentioned in number 2 is just train your brain to receive that, to receive what you've been given, whatever nudge, whatever thing that's popping up in your life, and just act upon it.
Yep. I know that
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, I know that you're worthy of it. Like you're worthy of it and you deserve to act on it.
So true. Yeah. So true. Ladies, we got to let that soak in, right? Be worthy of it. Number 3 is being present. So what if you decided to feel the space that you're currently in? What if? I think a lot of the times we have to ask ourselves, what if I decided to be present with this feeling? And, for us, we have a bunch of tips to give you guys, but being the act of just simply being present and not looking in the past or looking into the future, just being like us right now, we're sharing exactly, how to overcome these feelings and yet how to rise up through what we've been given. So Rosemary, what's like your best tip on how to really be present with your feelings that you're getting?
I would say, so there's a lot of things that you can do, meditation and stuff like that. But I think one of the biggest practices really is being present in your daily life, and the relationships that you have, not being on your cell phone while you're chatting with people, you know, like making dinner a very special time with you and your family, whatever it is, but just practicing it every day in every aspect, not just in your business, not just in your meditation practice, but just being present in the moment and appreciating that, because I think it gives so much more perspective that you don't have to be constantly thinking about, okay, well, what's next? Like,
Right.
what's coming down the pipeline? Like, what, you know, what do I need to expect? Or like, you know, just calm the fuck down, you know, like center yourself,
Yep.
pull yourself out, you know, and just be now, be here in the now, and appreciate that. You know, then I think it makes it easier to apply that in so many different areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
Absolutely.
that's something that I've really had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think anxiety, you know, like when people who deal with anxiety, you know, it's because they're constantly living in the future or the past, and they're not in the present at all. They're always thinking about one or the other, and so it's like you're living in an alternate, you know, like universe almost. You know, like you're not noticing all of the amazing things like going on in your life because you're so focused on the future or what has already happened. And it's like, who gives a shit about that? But it's already done. There's nothing you can do to change it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
that's a really good tangent to talk about. So with fear of success specifically, and everyone has their own definition of what success is.
Right.
But if we allow for the lessons of the past, are you laughing at Amy's message?
no, sorry.
I saw it too.
I love that. Thank you, Amy. You're the best.
I know, I love her.
Yeah.
So if we allow for really the past, which ultimately is just a lesson, right? That's all it is, you guys. When we think about anxiety, fear, shitstorms, fucking whatever, it's just a lesson. That's it. And so if we don't apply the lesson, you know, to that time, then we're constantly looking back. So to fear success is to constantly be looking back, but yet not really taking the lessons for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so if, you know, and that's whole, like, you know, we can talk about healing and all those types of things. And like, you know, you do incredible Reiki work, and by not taking the lesson, we aren't able to move forward. So success is taking the lessons, right? Taking those lessons. And everyone, the idea of lesson is so different for everyone, but I'll kind of leave that at that. Leave it at that. Meditation is huge. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, I said beautifully said. That was really good. I agree. 100%.
Yeah. Meditation's huge, as we know, right? That's something that we do, you know, between 5 to 15 minutes every single morning. And recently, I have to share this with you guys, is that I was reading the book that we've actually been talking about in the beginning of our session here, Ask and It Is Given. It talks about really undercomplicating what meditation is. So if you guys have this book, again, Ask and It Is Given. If you do not have it, go get it today. Like, run, don't walk, go and get it for yourself. And open up to page 183. Literally write this down in the notebook next to you if you're being called to dive in more to this. But page 183 is all about how to like get out of this world of meditation having to be complicated. All you are trying to do is just quiet down. In an over chaotic world, all you are trying to do is quiet down. That's it. So you don't have to reach this like crazy vibration. Like, it isn't that. It's simply calming down. That's it. That's all you're doing. Just closing your eyes. If you're thinking of a bunch of shit going through your, you know, you got like a purple unicorn and all this stuff happening in meditation and you can't make sense of it, it's okay. That's still you meditating. You're still doing it. So that's a great one for being present too.
Yeah, totally. And definitely something, what was I going to say with meditation? Oh, it's, you know, don't freak yourself out about it because it's a practice, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I know we say, I think we've talked about this before, but it's just like so many people are like, you know, I can't do it. And I'm like, yeah, but yeah, you can. Like, if you tell yourself you can, you will. If you tell yourself you can't, you won't. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's like you just have to, it's a mindset change. It's a training your brain in this different way. You know what I mean? So
Yep. Let's take Amy's message right now. Sorry, Amy. I've been feeling called to mentor, coach people on their spiritual awakening since I know how crazy, confusing, and lonely it can be. Yes, girl. Well, yoga and energy clearing to support the mind, body, soul connection. I feel like I have a few things tapping at me, and I'm getting clear on how it will play out, but not quite sure what the next step is. Just meditating a ton and trusting the nudges, especially when they don't make sense.
Yes.
How perfect is that? I mean, that is so good. We don't always have to have the clear, defined answer to what we're doing. You know, throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. You know, like it's the constant process of saying what feels good, what is energetically correct, what is the next little tiny step. Not even like, what do I need to do in the future, but just what feels right now. And that's it. That's how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, and I can relate to that. Like, I mean, when I started doing Reiki, like when I did my Reiki level 1 class, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I didn't know what was going to come of it. And it's turned into like one of my a super big passion of mine, you know, and I didn't know that, you know, like when I first started it, I just was like, you know, I loved getting Reiki done on myself and I kind of wanted to just learn. And then that first lesson, sorry, was that my windows are open in my office, you know, like kids are outside or sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, they sound like little dinosaurs out there, you know, like,
It's all good.
Yeah, they are distracting little people. But love them though. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things. But I wanted to like be able to like learn that flow of energy was just so amazing. And I was like, I just wanted to get a little taste of it. And then that first class, I knew I was like, I have to like go through all 3 of these classes. Like this is mind blowing to me, and it really opened me up in a lot of ways I wasn't even expecting. So that's why it's like you don't have to know. Like just take the baby steps, and as you're taking the baby steps, as you're walking up those stairs or the staircase or whatever it is you want to, I mean, the answer will come eventually. You just have to be patient and be present in the now. Stay in the now. Don't worry about the future.
Mm-hmm. So true. And so number 4, we put together just this simple statement for you guys that are watching is really, what is the worst that could happen? You receive this beautiful idea and you stay present with it without attaching your past or your future to it. You just stick with this beautiful, purest form idea. And you ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? And a lot of the times, what is the answer? We stay exactly where we are. And if you choose to stay exactly where you are, that is your decision. But you have been given something that if you do not act on it, you will just simply stay. And we'll just continue to go around and around and do the routines and do the daily stuff that if you say, what is the worst that could happen? I have to get a little gnarly with myself and I have to face some fear and I have to go out there, you know, it could really be anything. Like hit Facebook Live for the first time and start sharing your gifts to the world. You know, holy shit, it's scary. But if you fucking do it, you have done the stepping stone. And what's next for you? Here's another pure form idea, you know? So it's totally that is what is the worst that can happen. And then number 5 is having this epic brain release. Recently, you just did this, and you shared it with both Sarah and I. And it was absolutely beautiful. So you talked about, 20 goals that you had to put down for the year?
Yep. So you do like top 20 goals, and they may not be so you want to keep in mind your 90-day goals, your 6-month goals, and then like your big picture goals, which your big picture goals could be more than just a year. I mean, they could be your 5-year goals. But what does your big picture look like when you hit that success in your mind? So you want to have, a house by the beach, or do you want to have a personal chef? Do you, how much money do you want to be making every month? You know, what is your business and personal goals, like both of them, and do a top 20 business and top 20 personal, and then you can kind of combine them and see like what it is that you really want in your life. But it really helps you to just like oh my gosh, sorry, really release everything, like out, brainstorm it out. And then like when I was writing them, I didn't even realize as I was writing them that that's the things that I really did want. You know what I mean? It's like they were all like, it was like kind of all like shuffling here, but when I really tapped into it and started journaling, I mean, and I already journaled, like, you guys, seriously, like
So much.
45 pages of stuff, which is great though, like it was amazing. So by the time I got down to the top 20 goals, business and personal, it was, I was ready and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I want, and it was amazing. So I definitely think that brain release is amazing, which journaling, I mean, I'm in a high level course right now, which is why I'm doing all this, stuff, but journaling can get you there too. Just journaling it all out, everything, all of the emotions, and then like ask your soul, go in meditation and be like, okay, what is it do I really want? What do I want my life to look like? Then you can figure it out, and then you can make those baby steps every day in order to get there. Don't be afraid to dream big,
Oh, that's so good, Rosemary. And even like when you put down what you're what we think about, right? We think about, okay, what do I want, but when you start to attach the feelings to it as well, there's so many things that you can kind of weed out, what do I want now? What would I love the universe to send my way today or in 6 months or whatever? And you can really see, and ladies, carve out time to do this for yourselves. Like, whatever you want in life, all of it, just like Rosemary said, write it out on 45 sheets of paper if you have to, because it doesn't work always being up here, because we are constantly thinking of each individual thing. But if you have it on that sheet of paper, you can say, I desire this. I desire this type of success. And I'm not going to attach the outcome to it. I'm not going to attach my fear to it. I just desire this form of success. And we'll share with you what our success plan looks like, because we've had just beautiful breakthroughs, the three of us, in our business and what we're planning to do. But we'll share that at the end if you guys care to know. And the thing is that there's so many opportunities to grow in this avenue too. So we'll hit on that. But number 6 is to continually remind yourself that you're part of something bigger than you. And when we think of like, oh my gosh, if I hit success, like let's talk about the number one thing, not number one, but maybe this is more of a personal standpoint. But once you hit success, whatever your definition of success is, let's say it's to, make $1 million this year. You hit $1 million this year. Are you afraid of what's going to happen once you hit the $1 million and you're going to say, well, what the hell is next? And if you're afraid of that, then we have to always be in the space of having that epic brain release and getting out everything onto the piece of paper, because the next step is always there. It is always going to be given to us. We are the ones that stop the natural process of moving, of stepping to the next stone, of going to the next stone after that, of up leveling. So whatever success looks like for you, you're completely in control of it, of what happens after that. And there was this great example that I can't remember what book or podcast it was, but there was this, let's just say hypothetically, in this world, like we were talking about in the beginning, that I truly think people are inventors at heart and people that are creators. They're always able to create things, but they resist. So let's just say hypothetically, someone has the cure for cancer. They have it. They're a doctor. They're an introvert. And they're fearing the success of saying, I have the cure for cancer. Because what happens? This doctor or whoever, scientist, has to go out there and has to be in the limelight and has to do all these public appearances. Again, they're the introvert. They don't want to be out there in the limelight. They don't want all this exposure. So they hold and they resist this thing that could serve hundreds of millions of people, right? Like millions of people. And they hold on to that. So think of that just like your unique gifts. Every single one of you ladies, your unique gifts are just like having the cure for cancer. And with you holding on to them and not releasing them out, you're not allowing yourself to be part of the whole. You're not allowing to receive the things that you should. So it's not about you.
Yeah.
It is about the larger process of helping other people and serving and truly doing those things that when you say, I joined this company or I did this thing to help other people, then help other people by you receiving what you're supposed to and go out there and share it. So sorry, totally got all preach out there, but
no, that's true. It's about the collective, not about us. And the only reason why people think it's about us or about them is because of their ego. That's all it is. Ego wants it to be about us all the time, 100% of the time, right? And that's why when you get out of your head and allow yourself, like through meditation, to calm those thoughts, you realize, wow, it's not just about me. It's about everybody, because you guys, we are all spirit. We're all connected. Every single one of us are connected. And I love Summer. So Summer Gardner, if you don't know who she is, you need to know who she is and find her, because she's amazing. And she was on a live call, or doing like not a live call, but like on a live video. And she was talking about her perspective or her view of, you know, like God and, you know, and all of that. And she was talking about how he was a light being, which, you know, he was a light being, or he is a light being, and he like fractured off. And we are all kind of like fractures of his light. So we're all light workers technically. It's just some of us are more brighter than others, or, you know, have different abilities and intuitive things and stuff. And I just thought that was like a really profound concept to me, because that really illustrates that we are all one. Just like, yes, we are all one. Sam just said, you know, we're all together. We're all connected. So when you get that thought out of your head that, okay, it's not just me, it's about the collective. And in order to help the collective, and in order for us to move forward, we all have to embrace our gifts and bring them forward. Because all we're doing when we're holding ourselves back, we're holding everybody back, the collective back. So I think that's just an amazing, I mean, it's just crazy to think about, but it's just an amazing, you know, profound concept that I think a lot of people need to really focus on.
Absolutely. And how would it feel to be in the space of you doing actually what it is that makes you happy? I think we kind of tiptoe around that a lot in life. We tiptoe around what truly makes us happy, what truly, you know, I mean, speaking from a personal standpoint, corporate America did not make me happy. Every single day, it was draining. It was debilitating. I hated every second of it. And, you know, so to go through life like that, whatever that is in your life that isn't serving you, is you aren't serving yourself or your time here. And so anything can change if you want it to change, right?
Yeah.
We are the ones that are hitting the green light. We're hitting the go. So absolutely. Okay. So again, that was about continually reminding yourself that you are part of something larger than you. So I hope that sunk in for you guys. And lastly, we're going to leave it at this is, and I'll run through these one last time for those of you guys that were listening, but one is receiving your ideas. This is how to, you know, overcome the fear of success. So one is receiving your ideas, those beautiful, purest form ideas that come into your life without attaching any of the outcome from your past or the fear. Two is train your brain, being able to train your brain to experience those aha moments and hitting the green light and going. Three is being present. We talked about journaling, meditation, creating your to-do list. Number four is asking yourself, what the hell is the worst that could happen?
Yes.
For fucking real. It is Fuck Fear Friday for a reason. We call it Fuck Fear Friday because it is really this pass of saying, really, what is the worst that could happen today if I decided to act on this idea? And number five is having that epic brain release, like Rosemary was saying. Get it all out on a new piece of paper. Do it today. Don't even wait until tomorrow. Do it today. What do you need to release onto a piece of paper? What are your desires? What are your fears? Just get that shit out of your head. Number six is continually reminding yourself that you are part of something bigger than yourself. And now number seven, we come to a full circle on what all of this means, how you can get more of this juicy knowledge, how you can keep being proactive in your life, is surround yourself with dreamers. So Rosemary and I have big fucking dreams. So, and Sarah too. The three of us came together because one, we were magnetically drawn to each other. 2, we could go all woo-woo and tell you all about past life stuff that we've experienced and Rosemary's really dug into. We won't do that today. We'll spare you on all of our life story. But we want to tell you that whatever you're dreaming, prior to the connection, so let's just explain what that means, is Rosemary and I didn't know each other a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't know each other. We were coming up on a year, but I didn't know Sarah a year ago either. But collectively, between the 3 of us, we had this vision for creating these sisterhood circles of women coming together and talking about this stuff, creating a retreat, a sisterhood retreat where women come together and can really be physically among each other to share and talk and speak, and we can learn and teach leaders and that sort of thing. And traveling to different destinations and speaking on stage and, literally so many things. But then when we started to come together, right, like you put all these ideas out there, you receive all these ideas, you make these slow acts to move closer and closer to them. Sometimes you don't know that the universe is going to throw you to amazing coworker and best friends. So,
like saw that coming. We're like, yes, but
yeah. And really the exciting thing that we want you ladies to know is that we have a beautiful retreat that the 3 of us have been putting together. And it is happening on, of all days, 11/11. If you guys are into angel numbers like we are. And happening on 11/11 in San Antonio, Texas. We have a beautiful home that we are going to be working with you ladies on cultivating you to become leaders. And so it is a full weekend of complete and utter beautiful connection. And we're going to be going to Abraham Hicks on Saturday. And then the rest of the time is all about certification. We're going to talk about building your business. Rosemary is going to be certifying you guys in Reiki training. If this speaks to you, we have a community where we talk about this stuff all the time. And we'll be sure to leave a link below. So anything else, Rosemary, when we think about surrounding yourself with dreamers? Now, dreamer is not like a negative thing at all. It's just we constantly dream. But anything?
But I think along with dreamers is, positivity too. Like most people that are positive people. I think everybody, at least I know myself, I'm sure Shauna and Sarah have all had like negative people or even just one negative person, friendships or relationships, whatever it is that can hold you back. Because when you talk about vibrations, right, like energy vibration, like because we're all spirit and we are energy, everything is energy. When you're surrounded by low vibes, it naturally brings your vibrations lower. Mm-hmm. When you surround yourself with positive, with dreamers, people that are really diving in to connect with their authentic selves and they're constantly raising their vibe, then your vibe is being constantly raised. And so if you want to be in that state of mind where you're ready to take, control of yourself, if you're ready to take control of your life, if you're ready to step into that power, step into your gifts, let fear go away, find success in whatever definition that looks like to you, you have to surround yourself with positive people. You have to. You'll know. You'll feel it. And going through this journey, I've had to release a lot of relationships with friends and people that I've known for a long time. But I had to do that in order for me to move forward. And when I let those relationships go, you guys, I didn't even realize until they were let go how much they were affecting me on a day-to-day basis. Because you're living it every day. You don't realize. And it was just like so empowering to not have that vibration around you anymore. So I just think it's so
it's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. But surround yourself with people that make you happy, dreamers, go-getters, and the successful people in their own way and light. That are shining their light every day. I think that's really awesome and amazing thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And little do you know, or little do we know when we come into those situations, like you just said, is that what you pick up from other people. Holy moly, it is so true. It is just like, you know, never would. I mean, I thought we were going to have a retreat, right? Like, holy cow, we're totally going to have a retreat. Did we think it was going to be this quick? But it happens because we collectively hit our little green lights, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, there's this event coming up. What if? And then all of a sudden it's like coming together, and it's full board, and, you know, we've got the house, we've got all these things planned, and, you know, it's just amazing. It is so amazing that how quickly you can scale when you're around other people. Like you just said, Rosemary, with whether it's your business or your personal life or your healing process, just get around those people that are going to keep moving you forward.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for tuning in to episode number 4 of Fuck Fear Friday. Please let us know what topics are at front of mind for you. We would love to just riff on your ideas, bring your thoughts to the table so that we're always giving you guys the best content that we can. So whatever's on your mind, whatever you are wanting to say fuck the fear to, let's hear it. Let's address it. And we look forward to seeing you guys every single Friday. If you don't see us live on my page or Rosemary's page, it's because we're holding Fuck Fear Friday inside of our private community. And you guys can follow us inside there. Come over, hang out with your fellow sisters from all over the world. And we would be excited to see you guys in the community. So we'll leave a link for that below. And otherwise, I think we're good. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.